Hello, this is Lisa Russick with the podcast We Are All Psychic, and today Misty's not here, but we have Carol Starr. Ow! And we love it when Carol Starr comes. Carol, do you still think we're all psychic? Where are you in that journey?
I'm sorry, I just turned my head around. Do I think every? Yes, I think.
You didn't hear me?
We're all psychic. We're all psychic. We are. We are. Yeah. I was looking at the Amazon man just delivered. I have to just tell you this is funny. I'm so disorganized with my papers. Everything's lost all the time. So I decided I'm going to get a file for every possible topic I can think of. Even it has one sheet in it.
Good.
Everything's white paper with black, so everything looks the same, and all those charts. And I'm always looking. I have to reprint so many things because I lose them and then I find them in another file. So I've got to do something because I'm really, really careful with my time and I really budget that well. But when it comes to papers, and I put them in special places so I won't do, and then they're not there. They disappear. Lisa?
I believe you. I believe you because fairies do it.
Yeah, the astrology fairy came into.
There are fairies of astrology.
Anyway, I'm happy to be here today. Always fun to be with you.
So today, what are we doing today? We're talking about Capricorn. This is about Capricorn. Yes. Now, we did have a resident Capricorn. Akasha was going to be back on here, our magic Akasha Prime, but she's a chauffeur right now because her husband just had surgery. So I am going to stand in as a Capricorn moon. Everybody loves
good luck with that.
I'm Capricorn moon, and I'm a little fired up today.
Yes,
so, Carol,
I know.
About Capricorn. Tell us about Capricorn. Okay. How are they? Like, what's to me, a Capricorn's biggest trait is work. They work. And they're honest.
They're pretty directed people. Okay. Kind of, they like to go on adventures, but they want to know who they're going with, when they're going, what it's going to cost, and how long and they want to know every detail. So they go with the Sagittarius who says, what the hell, who cares? So, yeah. And so they do have a good sense of humor.
Okay? Yes.
I've always loved that. Problem the Capricorns have, and my first husband was a Capricorn. He just died recently, in fact. And I got to see him and we made amends, and it was at the graduate was really nice.
I remember that.
He wouldn't share his feelings. He couldn't. And I talked to him about that when I saw him. He said, I'm better at it. But he said, it's really tough. And I've known, and this is true, I'm going to say every single Capricorn, of course not, but it's very true. And I always tell when people want to know they're in love with the Capricorn, having a relationship, I said, if you want it to work, make them talk. Get them to talk about their feelings. Do it gently. Don't force it because they can't. So what happens is all this time goes by and we didn't talk to each other, and suddenly we got divorced because we never knew what was wrong with the marriage. We knew something was wrong.
Never could talk it out. Yeah.
Yes. And it doesn't mean it's the cure-all and it's going to be it. But I always tell people that every combination in a love relationship can work. With Taurus, with Gemini, with Scorpio, it's all about knowing the differences and figuring them out and making it work. And Capricorns are directed. They're very successful. And of course, they're ruled by Saturn. So Saturn is limitations, holdbacks, but that's not the way I look at it.
The lessons.
Thinking, planning, knowing where you're going, and feeling comfortable when everything is in order. And Sagittarius feel comfortable when nothing is in order. And Tauruses, as you are, I think you like to have a sense of order in your life. And I feel like that's important to you.
I have an order in my head that works. It doesn't matter anybody else would understand the order I make of stuff.
Yeah, but it works for you.
It's
your Capricorn moon really, it really reinforces the Taurus in a lot of ways because it's not only earth signs, but you're both really grounded. It is, regardless of the problems one has in life and the whatever is dished out to us, we have to accept. But for the most part, Tauruses are in the end long run, they're accepting, and a Capricorn moon says, let's deal with this pragmatically. What is it? What's wrong? Let's figure it out. Let's work it out. Let's make it be okay. And everybody else doesn't go along with that. And very often, people who are very well grounded and have things together end up with people who are not at all because they don't like to be reminded. They don't want to be reminded. Even the air signs, Aquarians and Libras and stuff like that, you know, I wake up feeling jittery sometimes, and I have to really work on myself and do my little meditation and my manifesting and tapping and all that to get centered.
Oh, I
And
love the tapping. Yeah. I
yeah,
just did it today. Yeah.
yeah,
EMF tap listeners and watchers.
you should do it every day, actually. And it's really important when you do tapping is that you have to have negativity. It's not negativity. You have to acknowledge, you just say, I feel stressed. Okay, feel stressed and anxious. I love and accept myself, even though I feel stressed and anxious. Very important to praise yourself. And they say, stress and anxiety makes my heart rate. Stress and anxiety makes my blood pressure go up. You have to acknowledge what is going on in your body with tapping. Otherwise,
I agree.
it's just another
It will.
form of reinforcement that is not going to work. This way, you get to the bottom of it. Say, I'm aware. I love myself. I'm a good person, but I know that I give in to too much stress and too much anxiety over things that
Yeah.
are real.
Capricorns
Real.
do that too.
But
They'll give
remember,
in, but they won't show anyone.
yeah, it is real. What you feel is real. What's happening is real, but it hasn't happened yet. And not to get until things happen, until they are there, you have to know, and I'm working on this is something I have to work on a daily basis. I am
Yeah.
no expert, anyway. So I like Capricorns. I don't, interesting. I don't have any Capricorn friends right now, and I've always had I
Capricorn
like
moon friend.
a Capricorn what?
Capricorn moon friend.
Yes, that's right. Oh my God. Almost forgot. I have a Capricorn. Yes, Capricorn moon. That's good. And Capricorn moon I like two earth signs. I like sun and moon earth sign.
And
Okay.
I've been told mine is trine. My sun and moon are trine. I've been told that by an astrologer, but who gave me
Well,
a
yeah,
reading.
we have Capricorn. Yes. Capricorn and Taurus is a trine. Yeah.
Okay. It's
So
always
yeah, it never
okay.
changes. Okay. It never
Okay.
changes.
I
It's
didn't know that.
balance. And it is about its balance. It does, I think that um, there's so much talk about astrology and what frightens me, and I have to tell you, people doing their own charts. So what happens when they do their own charts from the computer, they see, oh, Gemini's here. Oh, they look it up. Oh my God, that means I'm going to have bad luck this year. And they will fall prey to that. And you
Yeah.
know what's going to happen?
The same thing with tarot
They will
apps
have bad, they will have bad luck because
because they're expecting it. They're
yes,
manifesting.
self-prophesizing,
Yes.
And I just try
Yes.
to tell them that the whole chart, you're not your sun sign, you're not your moon sign, you're not your rising sign. You're the sum total of that and all the houses on the zodiac.
Yeah. My Capricorn moon is in the sixth house.
You
And
have some more.
my health does reflect my issues when I'm being unhappy Capricorn.
Yeah.
Unhappy
And
in a
I
way
don't,
that really
when I do
has
reading, I don't do health because there's too much liability with it.
legal.
And
Yeah.
people
It's
ask
interesting
me,
for me personally
how's my
is
health going to
that
be? And I'll say, I can't tell you.
yeah, I
I
can't
can't.
either.
I said,
I don't
because,
know usually.
yeah. Anyway, I gotta have a sip of water.
Oh yes, please do. I'll have a sip too. A mango.
What flavor? Mango? I have,
Hmm.
oh,
I always drink mango juice.
mine has organic lemonade. I don't know why I bought it. We went to Costco
Lovely.
one day and I put everything that I could find in my cart. It was $600.
It's not hard to do at
I thought,
Costco.
why did I buy organic lemonade? It's got sugar. What I do is I do half and a half water with a little bit of lemonade. So that because I
Oh,
hate
cool.
plain water. So add a little flavor to it. So
Yeah,
and
yeah. Getting that mouth watered up so
so
you can talk.
so what's going to happen? I want to talk a little. I think I'd like to talk a little bit about what's coming up this year.
I would love to hear about it.
Okay, not on a month-to-month basis because Venus, Mars, and Mercury they move around and they do change a lot. But I want to talk about Taurus. Okay, Jupiter's in Taurus right now, and it's been retrograde. It's still retrograde, and it's been retrograde. So if you had some issues by the first year, they'll be worked out. You find it, and all the other planets are in direct motion for at least 5 or 6 months. So, and also Saturn is in Pisces, and that's in your 11th. Well, it's your Cancer, so it's in your ninth house. So this is the time actually for you. I figure Cancer to Pisces, yeah. Do a lot of work on yourself.
I
Okay,
am.
take some time out to do meditation, to do.
I have been. I don't do anything except try to figure out what's wrong in my emotions and in my head. And my
Yeah,
body's okay
but
now. Body's doing good. But I'm
yeah,
trying to
but
figure out
try
life.
try not
I
to
go,
focus on that. Try to, if you can, if you do meditate,
I
try to
do.
be as mindless as you can and do something, either follow your breath or follow your accounting, do something that clears your mind from yourself. Really important to do, I think. And meditation can be a non-meditation when you're focusing on, I want to feel, I don't, okay, I believe, if you ever watched Abraham Hicks,
Yes, 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 yes.
okay, I watch her every other day whenever I get a chance, because it is all about not, I want to be, we so many times say, oh, I hate being poor. I hate being this. And that reinforces it if you say you hate it. And it's not that you have to have a goal, I'm going to be
You're
rich.
acknowledging this lack. Yeah.
Yeah, that you have to kind of like, how can I put this? You have to, the secret in life, and I really believe this, is not wanting the money, not wanting the relationship, but creating what the relationship feels like and what it feels like to have extra money. Actually imagine the clothes you'll buy, your comfort, you're going to be able to do this, and actually think about all the joys that money will bring. Once you focus on the money, then you can't work because it's all about money. I didn't even know that I had such a good month. I was busy just taking care of people, doing my job, and it is the biggest surprise to me, okay, if that has happened. And I don't know, it's a good month, and I don't know it's going to be that way every month, and that's okay. But I feel that I never even thought about the money. I really did. I thought, well, yeah, I mean, I know that I'm getting it because I do readings, and I know what I get paid. And so I have to work personally. I've got a Libra with Virgo moon, Virgo rising. And um, Libras are said, everybody likes Libras. That's the only sign nobody says. They always say, oh, I have a Libra friend. She's so nice. I said, wait a minute. I said, yeah. And we hate confrontations, and Libras particularly, if you said to me some horrible things about me, I can't answer it right away. And an hour later, I'll have an attack, and I may call you and scream and yell at you or send you a nasty letter, but it'll be way after, except the fights that I start. If I'm angry, oh, get out of the way. You don't want to be around. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I like the Virgo. I have the Virgo moon, Virgo
oh,
rising, which is earth side. Yeah. And health conscious and doing all that and service and helping people. But I also like money a lot. I do. I like what it buys. I like the fact that it offers
freedom,
security. Yeah.
freedom,
And freedom, yes,
and
and
security.
and and that's the only thing that buys you freedom, unless what's in your mind and your heart. And worrying about paying bills is never fun.
No.
No, no,
You know,
never.
part of the problem I have, Carol, is I don't know what I want. It's like I don't know what I want out of life. I don't really have any direction, and it's part of the problem I have with like, what do I do with myself? I don't. I mean, I'm working on the school. I love the school. I'm making the Rustic Psychic School, and listeners and watchers, I am uploading a palmistry class 1 right now to the app. It'll take
Do
about
you
3 hours.
do you teach it? Do you teach palmistry? Do you know
Yes,
it?
and that's the
Oh,
first thing I started with when I was 15. That's what got me interested in all this stuff was a book about
yeah.
palmistry, or just a section in a book about palmistry. So
But you have all
and I
this
loved
talent.
it.
But Lisa, you have all this knowledge and all this talent. And
But I
is it
don't
making
have
you
any
happy?
desire. I don't have any desires for anything. Like I can't think. I mean, I would like to feel more secure. I would like people to I feel like they love me like more than they do, or stuff like that. But it's not really like a goal to pursue or something I'm aiming for in life. I don't feel like I
Yeah.
have any direction whatsoever.
Well, I'm not
I don't.
necessarily.
I don't have anything to manifest because I don't. I don't want anything really that
Well,
bad.
what you want to manifest is something like I'm following my best path in life, or
Yeah, or maybe
I'm
just give,
loving.
look for
Yeah,
give me
it's
some
not about
enthusiasm.
life is not about specifics. It's really about your feelings with it. And I'm just working, I mean, this at my age here, and I just feel like for me that the money is offering some security for us because we're, retired. And,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, for
Yeah.
me, I've just never had money, so I'm just not used to. I mean, that's what I'm used to. I've just always been poor.
Yeah. You pay
So,
your bills. You pay your bills.
well, my parents pay my bills. I've been so sick this year that they started paying me for helping them since Dad had his accident, and that's paying my rent because I can't work half the time because up here I'm not right. My body hasn't been right. My body's finally cooperating. I'm a lot less, no pain hardly, but
Good.
my mind's not right. My mind's not right still. I don't care about what I'm doing except for the school or whatever passion I have at the moment. I have nothing like long term, which is very not like a Capricorn moon or a Capricorn. I just
Well,
have no direction whatsoever. I just go with
yeah,
what I feel.
and but you know what? Embrace the fact, and that's the way that it is, and maybe
It's
something will come along. Yeah, but
hard for a Taurus and a Capricorn put together to not have a plan for their future. And I used
yeah.
to when I was married the second time and the first time, and both times that future was gone. So that's maybe that's the reason I don't want to make a
So
future
why
or
do you
have.
feel? I'm going to ask you. You're a Taurus person with the Capricorn moon. Why do you feel you've made bad choices in relationships?
Oh,
And
I
why do
didn't make
it
bad
happen?
choices. They did. They messed up.
No, no,
Well,
I don't mean that. No, no, you did you
they
not
weren't
realize
bad at first. They weren't bad at first. They changed. My
you
first husband and I got along great for 3 years, and then he just fell out of love with me. And then the second husband, I mean, he's always got a temper, but it got really freaking mean at the end where it almost got physical. Like every single day fighting until he started throwing, almost threw stuff at me, hot coffee and a table. And
so
I
maybe it's
just, they weren't like that.
relationships.
Yeah. Did I bring that out in them? I tell people I bring out the worst in people somehow.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I think they're there. It's already there.
Yeah.
I don't think you've done it at
It just
all.
takes years to come out. I mean, it's just weird.
Yeah, well, they change.
They
All I
change.
know,
They change.
everybody,
And men don't being
my first
successful.
husband changed. He did change a lot, but
Yeah.
we stayed together. We had kids. There were reasons to stay together, and then he's the one who finally wanted to get out. And
Yeah.
um, but these
His loss.
but I knew that when I met Jim, that it was a nice person, and I felt kindness from him. And we've had our moments through the years, but we just get along really well. We
That's
do.
great.
Yeah, it's been particularly the last 15 years because it's just mellowed out, and he only gets mad at his computer or the TV set. He
Good
doesn't,
for him. I
he
love
doesn't really get mad at me at all. Of course, now I'm the rich wife. He always calls me another.
he has to do whatever you say. Well,
Yeah.
for me,
So,
like with men, is that they like to tell me who I am and what I should be, and I don't keep my mouth shut. I say exactly what I think, and if I'm feeling some way, I'm gonna try to talk it out.
and I
And if I
think you
do that,
should.
people don't like a strong woman down in Alabama. I have dated the first husband was from Arkansas. Second husband was from Alabama. The guy I'm dating now is from the South Alabama. From Alabama. Men in the South want women to sit in the corner and keep their mouth shut. And if they have an emotional reaction or mental like brilliance better than theirs, or they shine more than them, eventually they're going to change and get pissed at you for it. If you're a woman in Alabama, in the
I'm
South,
not saying
it's
that you
just this
made a
fear.
bad
I've seen it with
choice.
other women. They play
Yeah.
dumb around their dudes, and then they come hang out with me, and they're smart as hell.
But did you feel,
they
we're
have
talking
to,
about it.
otherwise they're going to get yelled at and
Yeah,
possibly hit.
yeah. But didn't you feel both times you got married, it's just a little bit something didn't feel right to you?
Nope, I was sure. I was
Okay.
positive about both these men.
Then, but
Positive.
but it had nothing to do with you. And so take that blame. Don't take that responsibility if they just change. And that's get restless or they have other
But
problems.
I'm saying I don't take it as a responsibility, but it's hard to really plan a future when people just change and leave you or hurt
Well,
you on purpose
but that
over and
doesn't
over and
mean
over and
that
over and give you an STD like my first husband. That's how I found out he was cheating on me, Carol. He gave me one that went away with antibiotics, but that's how I found out. And I stayed with him. That's why for a little while because the doctor didn't tell me the name of it and he didn't put it in the paperwork. So of course my ex had all these reasons to say it wasn't one. And I couldn't do anything except stay. And I could have. I'm limiting myself. But I really, at that time, I thought, well, where do I have to go? He obviously doesn't love me. He obviously did this thing, and I can't prove it because the doctor didn't give me a name of what was wrong, just some antibiotics and pain pills. And he's arguing and arguing, that doctor this. But when the doctor said it out loud, my ex's face just went red and just furious at this doctor. And I was like, I've been married to him for 3 years. We've been dating for 5. Well, I'm in the hospital bed in pain. And I'm like, what? And both these men that I loved with all my heart just changed. And so how can I trust anyone not to?
I don't blame you.
Grow with me and grow involved with me and change into
Yeah.
a happier life with me. Instead, they made life harder, worse, more difficult, and more painful. So I don't really want to look into the future and try to make something happen because it's not going to happen that way.
Yeah. And you don't
Because
know.
other people are involved. Well, if it's just me, maybe, but if there's other people involved, there's no way you can know. I mean, I don't think anyway.
Yeah, no, I agree with you because I see a lot of I do a lot of readings, and I know people have a lot of different kinds of relationships and a lot of things that don't work, and I've heard every story that there could be, from every zodiac sign. Yes. So let me jump with the year here a little bit. Is that I think the ones who are going to really, of course, I have my videos on TikTok talking about the year, and who are going to be lucky.
Oh, wow.
Who's going to be lucky in love and lucky in this and lucky in that. And I think that we all we kind of make our own beds that we sleep in every night. And I do feel that some people, and I have friends that everything bad happens to her all the time. And
I have that too. Yeah.
And it's like, I'm looking, I don't want to say it's her fault because I've gone through times where everything bad's happened to me. But I mean, just from health issues to this problem to not getting money for, a court case, for workman's comp that she should have gotten. And, but, and then she got into, she had a shoulder, she could hardly move, and they found something that makes it better. Then she got hit in an accident and hurt her back. So, but she had something lucky happen to her in life. And I always feel that I talk to people, there's always something good. Her husband, they were divorced and he died, and he never changed his life insurance policy. So she got $300,000. Okay. Yeah.
How'd she feel? Was she happy about that and still pissy, or was she normal and happy?
Well, yeah, no, I mean, she's not unhappy. She just has stuff happen to her all the time. She was in a relationship with somebody.
Okay. I know some people, Scorpios are like that. They have a lot of stuff going on.
This is Libra with the Gemini moon and a Virgo rising.
Gemini moon. Wow.
The thing is that she got into this relationship. The first one she got into was terrible, and he moved out. He didn't take all her money, but she was supporting him. And the second one started out wonderful. And the minute she decided from rent to buying her own home, he turned into a different person, but she kept him on. He still had dinner. I would have gotten rid of him. Okay. If I'm feeling that she was complaining about him to me every single day about this and that, and I said, when you're doing that, you don't have to stay in this relationship. Okay. Right. It doesn't own you. You've got your own home. You take care of yourself financially. All he's doing is causing you grief. And she finally did break up with him and found out that he was cheating on her, cheating on his wife, and cheating on everybody, So, but men are good. There's one zodiac sign. I'm going to get in trouble for this. There's one male zodiac sign that is the biggest cheater of the zodiac. And by far, it's Cancer.
Yes, I remember you saying that about Cancer men.
Yes, I'm going to be in trouble you're going to get all kinds of hate mail.
Yeah. My dad's a Cancer man. I'd be shocked if he had ever cheated. But I can see
every time someone calls me on the site
whatever line.
Yeah.
What's that?
Right. Every time they call me on Everclear or have a problem, and I ask what the birthday is, it's always in July. It's always Cancer. I mean, what I say,
Cancer women can be pretty a handful as well. Sometimes the Cancers just
I don't get
their emotions as a justification for whatever they do.
Yeah. Let me tell you, a Cancer friends, the women. My daughter-in-law. I don't want to get into that today. I just want to tell everybody's going to have a good year. We've got 5 good months coming, you guys. And nope, I'm not going to speak politics at all. But it's tempting. No, I'm not going to. I promise I will not say it. Listen, I feel, of course, I have family in Israel, and I don't know if there's alive or dead. Terrible. I really don't. I don't know. And I just feel that doesn't mean to say that. I shouldn't have brought that up, but it's okay.
That's okay,
I
Carol.
think the country, okay, one of the things that's happening right now, Pluto is going into Aquarius, and it's a generation thing. And I like to feel it's going to bring more kindness to a world. Okay, in Capricorn, it was tough and fighting and this and that, but I think that with Aquarius, I'm looking at the brighter side of Aquarius. And I feel that with Pluto, once it's stabilized in there and is going direct motion out of Capricorn, it may wind back in there later on in the year. I'm not sure.
I
But
think
this
it
is
does in November or something like
for a
that.
little, yeah, for a
October.
little bit. But I really feel like it's going to bring some more kindness, and I'm hoping that things in our country are going to change and we're going to be able to, because a lot of bad things are happening around us. You know, I don't have to tell you that.
I
So I
know.
hope that. So I feel that the next few months are going to be good for you. And your Capricorn moon is, let me just figure out here. Okay, got Pisces is going to be, Saturn is in Pisces on your moon. So, you know, I think you have good aspects this year. Okay. And I think I
Yeah,
want you to get out of your funk. I want you to get into,
I will after Christmas. I hate Christmas
you know,
time.
but I find this, well, I find the time I'm supposed to go visit my son. I think I told you we were supposed to go for Seattle for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I got COVID.
I hate COVID. COVID
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. And didn't have it very bad. I
Oh, good.
hardly knew I had. I was tired. The only thing I
Yeah.
was very tired. And so my son was going to invite us back, and it never happened. I don't know what's going on in his life. His father died, of course. That's a big deal. And on Thanksgiving morning, actually. So I just don't know if I haven't heard from him. I don't know what I mean is we all have crap in our lives, Lisa.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And you try to have the best relationships with people you can, but you're not going to let them destroy you. And I find I used to let people walk all over me up until very
I did
recently.
too. I did too.
Yeah. And I wouldn't, I'd go along with stuff and it didn't feel right and I did it. And I know that I'm not doing that anymore. He said I just got rid of a very close friend of mine and the nicest person in the world. And she made a crack about Israel. And I don't like to repeat it here. And I thought that's the end of our friendship.
She knows you have family there, right?
I do it like my
She
niece
knows
was,
that though, right? She knew that when she said
oh
that? Or-
gosh, yeah, oh yes, of course she knew it. She said some very nice things about the Jewish people, not using the word Jewish. And I can't accept that because I am.
Oh, why would she say that to you? I don't understand how people do that stuff. I just could,
Yeah.
she's not
She
thinking.
said the
Racism, I
Israelis
mean,
she said they had no honor and they were going after the Palestinians deserved to have their land back. To me, and she knows how I feel.
yeah, she was trying to get you out, what it sounds like.
But you know what? I don't think she even thought about it.
You know,
She's a super nice person. But I wrote her an email and told her how I felt, and I didn't hear from her again. So she's feeling
didn't
that
even apologize.
she's feeling abused. Yeah. So our conversation has really gotten weird today. Everybody's
I'm
going to
enjoying
know.
it though. Kind of, we're hitting lots of zodiac signs and how they react to things, and
How are we
that's
doing time wise? Because I do have to, let's see.
it is 4:40.
I can stay for about 5 or 10 more minutes. So let's talk up
All
fast
right,
here.
5 minutes. I want to hear about this year coming up in January, February, and March. Can you tell me about that for Capricorn and for everybody? Just the first 3 months.
Okay. Well, you know, it's hard to say exactly.
A lot's
Okay.
changing in March, and I don't know why.
Yeah. I can't, I don't have the changing, Mercury, Mars, and Venus because they change often and to figure out with the signs. But I'll tell you in general, when I see Uranus is also in Taurus, I believe. And
Yeah.
oh yeah, Neptune's in Pisces. Okay, so I think Pisces are going to have, I don't, it's there for 10 years. So I don't believe that something for 10 years affects your life for 10 years because it depends on going. I don't, but it is direct right now. So this is the time for Pisces to work hard, to think, to plan, to make things happen. And they will while it's in direct motion. And I also know that with Jupiter in Taurus, this is the time for Tauruses to take advantage. And no matter what I write about on TikTok, someone says, you're neglecting Taurus people. I'm always neglecting somebody.
You just said
I
on Instagram today that you said something really nice about Taurus, and I said, something. I can't. Maybe it was yesterday or middle of the night because I've been
Yeah, I
watching.
talk about every sign
We always talk about
positively,
Taurus. So very
and challenging.
yeah.
Yeah. And I always have good things about every sign. I have a trouble with Cancer a little bit though.
You have reasons though.
Yeah. And also I like the fact we got, got Uranus and Jupiter both in. So it's a quirky time for Taurus people. And I think
Maybe
why they're feeling
that's why
it.
podcast
And,
is
and
so
Taurus
weird.
people are the ones who seem the most unhappy right now. They're the ones who complain the most on TikTok.
Who?
They feel like things aren't going right them. I said they haven't been because you were in retrograde motion for,
Oh yeah.
when Jupiter goes in retrograde motion, it's very powerful because your luck and your ability to make things happen is slowed way down. So like for
Yeah.
you, even though I think this is just a tough time of year. I don't think this is always joyful and ha ha ha. Maybe
I've always had a hard time at Christmas. Plus, the dark days affect me. And Morgana passed away at the solstice in 2017. All through my
Morgana.
childhood, crying and get in bed.
Morgana.
And
Is that your
Morgana was
cat?
my cat. Yeah, the passed away, my spirit cat, but she did not, she died on the solstice in 2017. So it just makes me a little sad. I feel close to her.
Oh, how old is she? Was she?
She was only 7 and she was filled with tumors really quick. It just came on like that.
Oh my gosh. And you know how we love our cats. You still have
And
one.
she's here in spirit form, but she's not. I should miss her sometimes still.
Yeah.
She was really close. I was really close with this cat. She was like a person. She was a person to me, or as important as a person. And a lot of cats are more important than people to me because they don't let me down.
No, I love my cats. I have this. Where is she? I gotta show you.
Oh, show me. Yeah.
Cat loves this. My neighbor gave this to me, and I did a video with her.
Cat loves that. Oh, does your cat get it? Like,
yeah, but my cat loves. She lays. I took a picture of the cat laying on. She loves to lay on top of her. I have to give her back now. My friend wants her back. And her name is Starlight. She's done a few videos with me.
I love that.
Starlight, you do look so surprised.
I love that.
So, life is good. Here's how I look at it. I've really gotten I know they say take a day at a time. And that's a good lesson for me. So I'm going to enjoy the day. I'm going to enjoy my life. And, go have a glass of wine and sit down.
I think I will.
And go sit down and watch a stupid TV show.
I don't like movies and TV that much. I'll find something else I like doing though. I'll play some piano or some guitar or my harp. I like doing stuff that creates and gets it out of it.
Do something nice for yourself today. And I know you got a lot on your mind. We talked about it. And Tauruses are really funny. They're another sign that, my son is a Taurus. And I talked to him on the phone and I said, are there plans for Christmas? He said, we don't know what we're doing. His daughter's getting back from Paris. She spent a semester there in school. Kids have everything. He said, things have been very overwhelming. My son has never used that word ever, ever, ever. Everything is like this with him. He gets a little, he's never yelled at me. He's never got mad at me. He just, feels hurt or you don't know. He just, I think he once raised his voice to me in all the years I've known him. So when he's overwhelmed, I know something's going on and we don't have the kind of relationship we live far apart that I can ask.
Yeah.
So I'm going to write to him tomorrow and say, I hope whatever is going on is okay. I understand we can't get together and I don't expect you to tell me and you want to reach out when you're ready. And just let him do that.
Yes.
And so I mean, kids are, if I had it to do over, I wouldn't do. And I have good,
I didn't have biological children.
I have wonderful kids. They're so successful. They are married with kids and they never couldn't get their act together or had drugs. My kids are perfect. I have wonderful kids.
That's great.
So easy to bring up, but they don't belong to me. And my younger son hasn't spoken to me in 15 years. Yeah. And this one, we have an amicable relationship and I feel like he cares about me and he'd be there for me.
Oh, yeah.
And he's financially generous. He's been very generous.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, when you have distance for years and years and years, it's really hard to maintain a relationship, and particularly when we didn't have any money, we couldn't afford to go. There was a lot of things that were wrong,
Yeah. Yeah.
So the Taurus, and his dad's a Capricorn, who was the one who died. And he's a typical Capricorn. He had a good sense of humor. And the last time I saw him, he was so mellow and so kind, but that was not always his nature.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of Capricorns I know do not like being wrong. And I do have that trait sometimes, even if I am wrong. I'm wrong, wrong. You
I don't
know,
know that any of
I
us
love
like to be
Capricorns
wrong.
I know, but they're
We don't
funny.
like to, yeah, but
They're
Capricorns are
funny, but
so
even if they know
confident.
they're doing it.
They're confident in their own abilities. They're confident, and really,
Yes.
it's a good sign. And usually, Capricorn men are very good looking, and Capricorn women are usually very attractive in style and really are sharp.
They're
So,
very smart, very
yeah.
intelligent. They figure and
They're
rationalize, and
more than smart. They have something more than smart. They know
the
what to
problem
do.
solvers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's
They
how
work
they
through it.
survive. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, my first husband became a really good businessman, but we bought a nursery school when he was practicing dentistry, and we almost lost everything we had. And he learned from that, and he gave up dentistry when he got married the second time, and had a student loan business, and then he worked for the American Dental Society, taking cases and everything. So he's always very smart man, but just, well, we aren't here to talk about him, but he's a Capricorn, so I'm allowed to talk
What
about
trait did he have exactly that you were
huh?
about to talk about?
I've got to go. I really do. I've got to
Okay.
take a step.
We don't talk
I
about
got
it.
so busy. And so the nice thing is we got to talk. Keep me
Yeah.
posted on things, and
I will.
it's going to be okay. But you don't have to compromise who you are to make things okay. Because
Yeah.
basically you've had a pretty good relationship these last few years, for the most part.
I guess it depends on what headspace I'm in to answer that question.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well,
listeners and watchers,
I think you've had fun. You've
I
had
would love to
fun.
cut Carol off from talking about my relationship problems.
No, I didn't mention relationship. You did. I
You
said, no,
I
I didn't. I
I'll
just
just
said,
thank our sponsor, Everclear. Everclear is an advice app.
you can cut me off. I'm so
Ooh,
sorry.
I'm not cutting you off. I'm just teasing you, really.
Yeah.
I do want to thank
No.
our sponsor, Everclear, first before you disappear. Everclear
Okay.
is an advice app where you can get advice from psychics and empaths to get the clarity you need to create the life you deserve. And we're both advisors on Everclear. Carol S. Did they make you Star yet, or are you still Carol S?
I'm still Carol S.
And I'm
Do you
Lisa
know that
P.
I've had 45, 50 people from TikTok sign up on there, but they didn't order a reading. You know that they can sign up and they don't have to order. And
Yeah, but you have them as a premium client now.
I
So when they
do.
call you, if they do,
50 of them.
that's great.
I know it's crazy. Anyway, I will
You're
talk
great.
to you soon, Lisa. Thank you for having me. I know we
Anyway,
got
bye to
all
the
kinds of
listeners. We got to
crazy.
say goodbye to the listeners, Carol. Listeners, we love you. I miss you. We miss you, Carol. Thank you. And listeners, we love you. And peace out.
Okay,
you can go now. I'm trying to let you go. Bye, Carol. There she goes. There she goes.